The NFL playoffs are on EA Sports, and we've got a packed house here in Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Just ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
From the shotgun, it's Penix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
Let's go. Hawk 70, Hawk.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 11 yards there, just like last play.
When you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Ran by the Luxembourg up the highest metric. The city just made a sweep with the diabetic. They mouth it full of deceit. Let these cowards tell it.
Here's Penix. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Back to the ground with Robinson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. So they've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Robinson is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal. They've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
A point after, good by Groupie. And it's now a 7-0 game.
7, Saints nothing.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. Fighting his way through contact. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Looking to put a drive together. Now Josh Jacobs, who won a national title with Alabama, on this field. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2.
Check. Get it. 18 Cardinal. Get it.
Willis now off of play action. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. Just one catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the first. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up. My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
2nd and 10. Willis looking to throw it. Got his man. That's Luke Musgrave. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Here's Willis. Still going inside the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave, 50 yards. And the Saints respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
They'll throw with Penix. That's caught by Jackson. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. To the air, Penix. Now he'll tuck this and run. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
And looking to throw, Penix. And that is incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Willis now off play action. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down.
10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Jenkins running left. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Second down and 6 now.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Let's go now.
Here's Willis. Throw left side taken in by Palmer. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 14. They got 29 yards that time.
A gain of 29 yards. First down, Saints.
Okay.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Check 50. Check Cowboy 80.
Back to throw, Willis. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Go. Hey, motion. Gotta be lying. Go.
Now Willis. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Trey Palmer, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Saints have taken the lead. Aubrey now for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
The score is Saints 14, Falcons 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now Penix. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
7 brings up 3rd and 3.
Penix working out of the gun here. He's got his target. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll run this one right with Robinson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. "38-yard line, 2nd and 9. That's out quickly to London. It'll be a gain of 5. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw here. It's caught by Jackson. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. They are going for it. Penix. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. Robinson up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. He'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Jackson. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll run with Robinson. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
19, Tiger.
And now an audible here into something else. Again, it'll be Robinson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. 3rd and goal.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal. Spin. Dragon 60. 18, Pioneer.
They'll try and throw. Here's Penix. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And this one over the back line of the end zone. They definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Here we go, set.
1 second, all that remains. Last play of the half, Willis. A throw off his back foot there. That's going to wind up incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they've been the better of the 2 teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 9. Willis. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Palmer. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. To throw, here's Willis. Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
70 Timberwolves. Dragon 60.
Back to throw, Willis. Now he's going to step up and run. Willis takes a hit and the ball is free. And the Falcons grab it. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So that is not the way you want to begin the half when you're only up by 1 score. A turnover right away.
And my guess that in the locker room, that's what the defensive coordinator on the other side was saying. We've got to find a way to get the football back for our offense. And they were able to do it.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead. And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out, and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Here we go.
A play fake. Now Penix. Into the hands of London. And he's brought down. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Let's go. Cowboy 80. Check go.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
19 seconds. Here we go.
Looking to throw, Penix. This one into the hands of Pitts. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big pickup of 38.
Did you feel the effort all the way up here? He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3 yard line, got to love the effort, and especially the big play that gave his offense a great opportunity.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays.
Bijan Robinson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. Groupie able to add the PAT. And it's now 17-14.
17. Saints 14.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up. Then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
And the Saints first down.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Ready.
Now Willis. And that, nearly picked off. It would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Olave over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a 1st down.
Ready.
Willis.
Saints.
Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. A little juke. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 33 yards that time.
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense over-committing. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that play.
68, 70, Cougar 19, Warriors 70.
Now Willis to throw. Musgrave's got it out right. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Willis to throw once more. It gets this complete to Shaheed. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it's 2nd down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
70, Timberwolves.
Now from the gun, here's Willis. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Come on, come on.
Right back to the air with Willis. And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Luke Musgrave, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. To the air, Penix. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Atlanta. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. The Falcons on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll throw with Penix. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A nice pickup there. 18 yards. 1st down Falcons. They'll go play action here with Penix. Caught left side by Robinson. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
They'll try to throw again. Here's Penix. And he's taken down here by the Saints. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This pass is caught by London. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And this one is right down the middle. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday.
So statistically, both of these offenses have a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. The short throw to Musgrave. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. A few moving pieces on that play, because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
And Shaheed going to go in motion. Willis from the gun on 3rd down. Throw caught by Musgrave. And he is going to have a Saints first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard
line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And Shaheed going to go in motion. This to Jacobs on the toss right. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Tight. Panther 60. Panther 60. Rig alert. Rig alert.
Now Willis to throw. Over the middle and complete to Shaheed. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Willis with a quick throw out wide. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Back to the running game with Jacobs. Oh, no, he lost the football. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Willis slides safely, and he picks up the 1st down.
They picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Get up! Gravity line! Touching, 18!
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
25-yard line.
Touching, 18!
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Now 3rd down and 7.
Here we go, set!
Willis to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Hunter Henry from 21 yards away. And the Saints get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. A big spot now for the Saints as they'll indeed go for 2.
Let's go now.
The Saints will line up for the 2-point conversion.
19 Charger, 19 Charger. Panther 11, Panther 11.
Here's Willis. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
27, Falcons 20.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. London holds this one in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Back to throw. He's got Mooney. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Here's 2nd down.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Saints' 47-yard line.
He's back to throw. Hitting London coming across the field. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 23.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
He'll look to throw. Out of his hands quick to Jackson. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
Here's 2nd down and 3.
Come on, set. Viking, 18, Pioneer. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Back to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Saints have just about sewn up this football game.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
They go down to a knee, and with that, they're off to the NFC title game. And the Saints season will march on as we say thanks for watching and so long. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night from Atlanta.
act your age. Ain't just the barbers where you catch a fade. Face covered, cutting through your garden like a masquerade. Before I catch a L up, catch a plane. I'd probably f*** you before I f*** your chain. Switch it up, it's rap, pixie dust. Money ain't to us. Broski went and you better fix her up. I just bought a crib to a chick, she got the biggest. And when I saw your sister rat with the fishing hook, listen up, I've had to hit the cup. So if I swing my fist, you going in, so wish me luck.